The Style Method Podcast, helping you avoid fashion disasters one sassy tip at a time. Celebrity and high-end personal stylist Amy Salinger dives into style wins, fashion fails, and closet confessions with women of all shapes, budgets, and lifestyles. Expect expert tips, unfiltered advice, and maybe a little tough love, all in the name of great style. It's time to unlock your signature look. Welcome back to the Style Method Podcast, where it's real talk, real style, real you. I'm your host, Amy Salinger, celebrity and high-end personal stylist and founder of the Style Method System. And today, I'm going to be talking about how to style family photos, because I cannot tell you how many times I have gotten this question over the years of being a high-end stylist. I have styled so many family photo shoots, or just gotten this question from random people because it's just a pain in the ass. First off, styling a family photo shoot, just taking a family photo shoot, you're like, oh God, all right, who's going to produce this whole thing? When are we all going to be able to get together? And now we got to get a photographer. Then we got to all decide on, and agree upon the same photos. I can tell you it's been an interesting experience in my own personal life, and many times has turned into a full-out battle. Good times. Love you, family. But it's not always the easiest thing, and there needs to be a point person, and no one ever wants to do it. So I hear you. Let me take one thing off the table, which is, what the hell are you going to wear? How are you going to all look cute together? How are you not going to look like a total mess of random patterns and colors? Let's get it going. Let's get it going in the easiest way possible. All right. Tip number one. And this is the easiest of all of them. And this is, honestly, you could just do this one and it would solve all of your family photo shoot styling problems. You need to all be underneath the same umbrella of a color palette. Okay, this is as simple, and I do this every time I have a family photo shoot. I go on Pinterest and maybe there's two colors that we've all agreed upon as far as the general idea of what we want to do. And that would be this past time, it was shades of whites and khakis, which seems really simple, but that can turn into a lot of crazy depending on what shade of khaki you are actually doing. And then are we doing whites and ivories, or how dark or light are we doing this? Here's the jam: white and khaki color palette. And Pinterest will pop up for you a bunch of different options that are individual color palettes that have about 6 to 9 colors on them that are shades within a color palette that will work. All you do is send that color palette, it's one image, out to the entire family and say, pick a color within this color palette. They could be on opposite ends of the color palettes. In the past, my family did blues and greens, and they threw in, without me thinking of it, in the one of the color palettes that came up was a rose color. And I was like, ooh, that would be a fun addition. So I went with that color palette because I thought it was different and fun, and also added in a little bit of an interesting vibe. This time around, it was full whites and khakis. We ended up saying yes to ivories. We ended up saying yes to different shades of khakis. But this is the idea of as long as everybody is underneath that color umbrella, you're already starting from the easiest place of styling, and it's really hard to screw it up. All right. Number 2, what is the location of this photo shoot? Are you going to be at a farm? Are you going to be farm? Do people take photos? Sure. Why not? Family photo shoot at a farm. That actually would be super cute, but random thought. Are you going to be at a beach? Are you going to be at a park? You have to think about the location, because all of your looks should have that vibe. You should not be wearing flowy, beachy clothing at a park. That would look moronic as far as I'm concerned. You want to understand, maybe you're going to be in a studio, then you want to be more clean, more elegant, more timeless. Side note, anything you put on should have some element of timelessness. You do not want to look back at these photos and be like, all right, 1985, like what the fuck was I wearing? You want it to be as timeless as possible. So even I've jumped into like another category because I got so excited about talking to you about what the hell to wear that I've now jumped into the third thing that you need to follow. The third rule is stick with timeless. Stick with more elegant, stick with simplicity. You do not want to be overdone. Sure, you can throw in some texture, some patterns. I would veer on the side of more solids with slight texture, slight pattern. Slight pattern would be like a thin pinstripe, or it would be like a very delicate pattern of like even a polka dot or something along those lines. To do a big and bold print, especially in a family photograph, is going to throw off everything. Maybe you do want to be the star of the photograph. I don't know, but you don't want one outfit to stand out more than the others. So in addition to doing that, timeless elegance, so you're not stuck in a time capsule in this photo, let's go into number 4, which is be more simple. Always err on the side of more simple. I love 85 layered necklaces, as you can tell if you're watching this on YouTube, 55 rings, 42 earrings. I love to like add all the add-ons. But when I do family photos, it is simple, simple, simple. If I have options between more interesting and bold and something a little bit more laid back and simple, I'm always going to go more simple. I want these photos to last over time. I want to be able to look back and be like, oh, look at you, you elegant mama. Look at you, you sophisticated little thing. All right. I don't want to be like, girl, why were you trying so hard? So you also, in addition to not wanting to look like you're trying too hard, which is what overdone will end up looking like, you want less is more, because when you put together all the people, whether you have a family of 3, 4, 5, my family does groups of 8 because we bring in Nana and Papa and my brother and sister-in-law and their 2 kids. Now we have 8 people that have to work together. Things are getting way more crazy. Less is more. All right, these steps alone are going to get you to the other side. Family photos do not have to be so crazy. And at the end of the day, look in your closet first. Do not go out and buy. And if you're doing extended family photos, like I just did with my family in Cancun, you want it to be as easy as possible, but you also want not only all of you to work together, but you're going to do the offshoots of like this immediate family and that immediate family and the kids with the grandparents and maybe, who knows, whatever combinations you're thinking of, you want all of those combinations to work. So the final thing I would say to you as a point of making this photo shoot easy is separative styling. Go in there with a shot list, meaning, all right, we got to get the entire extended family together. We have to get this immediate family, and this immediate family. I want to get one shot of all the kids together. I want to get one shot of grandparents and children together. Whatever these combinations are, you need to go in with that to the photographer. And in addition to that shot list, you want an idea of shots. For example, in my family, my sister-in-law loves more posed shots. I am more of the candid type of gal. We can all be happy at the end of the day, but you have to make sure you know what that means. So in addition, on Pinterest, to finding your color palette, I want you to come correct to this photographer so that they know what they're doing. Visuals are always better. And get some examples of shots that you would like, the vibe that you're feeling, the look that you're feeling. And then you can mix and match all of these different photos together and make a beautiful photo collage on the wall. And everybody ends up happy. That is the end game. Less work, more happy, gorgeous shots at the end. And what's the main goal, everybody? Not to get into a massive family fight. These are only freaking pictures. But here are the steps to make sure that doesn't happen. And my family and I, like I said, we just did the Cancun photo shoot. Ooh, I'm going to pop up some of those photos on the screen right now. It was the most pain-free one we've ever done, photo shoot we've ever done, because this is our third time out. We do them every 2 years. It was as easy as saying, here's the color palette, khakis and whites. Here's the vibe, beach. Here's the shot list. And here's how it's going to all come together, because we've done this before. And from my family to yours, I hope it is as easy for you as this family photo shoot was for us, getting these gorgeous pictures, having these happy memories, and being able to look back and go, damn, that was easy. Damn, I look good. And they're timeless as hell. Thank you so much for joining this episode of the Style Method podcast. As always, follow us on social at Style Method Co. That's CO. Anywhere you get your social media. And of course, go to the Style Method podcast, take that style adjective quiz. It is your forever filter for making sure you always feel like your most authentic self, and use those style adjectives when you are styling your family photo shoot outfit. See you next time here at the Style Method podcast.